Newcomb's paradox. Imagine a super-intelligent being, let's call it Omega, that can predict the future with perfect accuracy. It offers you a simple game. In front of you are two boxes. Box A always contains $1,000. Box B contains either $1 million or nothing, depending on Omega's prediction. You now face two choices. Take only box B. This is called one-boxing. Take both box A and box B, known as two-boxing. Here's the twist. If Omega predicted that you would take only box B, it placed $1 million inside it. If Omega predicted that you would take both boxes, it left box B empty. So what do you choose? That's where the paradox begins. The logical case for two boxing. Box B already contains either $1 million or nothing. Your choice right now can't change what's inside. So you might as well take both boxes. At least you'll walk away with $1,000, guaranteed. The logical case for one boxing. Omega is never wrong. If it predicted you'd take only box B, it put $1 million inside. If it predicted you'd take both, it left box B empty. So the only way to win big is to trust Omega and take only box B. That's the paradox. Two boxing seems logical in the present, based on what's already in the boxes. One boxing seems logical from the past, based on Omega's near-perfect prediction. But both can't be right, or can they? Newcomb's paradox raises deep questions about free will and determinism. If Omega can predict your every move, are you truly choosing? Or is your decision already set before you even think it? And this isn't just a thought experiment. It appears in real life in more ways than you'd expect. Trust and reputation. If people believe you act fairly and consistently, they're more likely to trust and reward you. But if you act fair only when it benefits you, people catch on and stop trusting you. Investing in risk. Do you wait for long-term gains based on trust in the system or grab what you can now? Artificial intelligence. If AI can accurately predict human behavior, should we start making decisions as if we're being watched and modeled? So what would you do? Would you trust the prediction, take only box B and possibly walk away with $1 million? Or take both boxes, secure the extra $1,000, and risk getting nothing more? Newcomb's paradox doesn't just question logic. It asks, who's really making your choices, you or the future already written? The Nocebo Effect Paradox. Imagine a doctor tells a patient that a new medication might cause severe headaches and nausea. The patient takes the pill, and sure enough, the symptoms begin. Head pounding, stomach turning. But here's the twist. The pill was just a sugar capsule, a placebo. No active ingredients. Nothing harmful. Yet the suffering is real. Not imagined. Not faked. The body reacted to belief alone. This is the Nocebo effect, the dark mirror of the placebo. It's when negative expectations cause real, measurable harm, even in the absence of any physical threat. And here's where the paradox begins. If a person believes something harmless will hurt them, and their body does react as if it's harmful, then what exactly is causing the pain? If belief alone can produce physical symptoms, then do our thoughts have more control over our health than we've ever realized? And if negative beliefs can cause suffering, Should we protect people from harmful ideas the same way we protect them from physical dangers? The Nocebo effect isn't just theory. It's backed by science. Here are some real-world examples. Fake allergies. People who believe they're allergic to certain foods sometimes have real symptoms even when they eat something harmless. Electromagnetic sensitivity. Some report intense reactions to Wi-Fi or cell signals, but show the same symptoms when there's no signal at all. Medication side effects. Patients warned about potential side effects are more likely to experience them, even if they're given a placebo. So how do we confront this paradox? 1. Mind over matter. Some argue this proves just how powerful the mind is. Beliefs shape biology. Thoughts influence the body. We should be cautious with what we let ourselves believe, because belief can become reality. 2. Ethical dilemmas. Should doctors withhold information about side effects to avoid triggering the nocebo effect? Or is full transparency more important, even if it increases the risk of harm? 3. The power of suggestion. If simple expectation can make us sick, how many other ways does belief quietly shape our reality, our pain, our health, our fate? The nocebo effect forces us to confront a strange truth. The mind doesn't just react to the world. Sometimes it creates it. The prisoner's dilemma. Imagine two criminals, Alice and Bob, are caught by the police and placed in separate interrogation rooms. The police don't have enough evidence to convict them of the main crime, so they offer both prisoners the same deal. If one confesses, betrays, while the other stays silent, the betrayer goes free and the silent one gets 10 years in prison. If both betray each other, they each get 5 years. If both stay silent, refusing to betray, they each get 1 year for a minor charge. The catch? Neither knows what the other will do. So what's the best choice? Here's the paradox. If Alice believes Bob will stay silent, she should betray him to go free. If she believes he will betray her, she should also betray to avoid getting 10 years. Bob is thinking the same thing. So even though the best outcome, minus 1 year each, happens only if both stay silent, the logical choice for each is to betray, and as a result, they both end up with 5 years, worse for both of them. That's the prisoner's dilemma, a paradox where rational self-interest leads to a worse outcome than cooperation. And it's not just a thought experiment. This dilemma shows up everywhere. Business rivalries. Two companies could keep prices high and both profit, but each fears the other will undercut them, triggering a price war that hurts both. Arms races. If two countries agree to limit nuclear weapons, both stay safer. But if one secretly builds more, the other is vulnerable. So both end up overarming, increasing global danger. Everyday life. Should you help someone knowing they might not help you back? Should you be honest in a relationship, even if you fear betrayal? So how do we solve this paradox? 1. Repetition. If the game is played multiple times, trust can develop. This is why businesses form long-term partnerships and countries sign treaties to shift focus from short-term gain to mutual stability. 2. Human nature. We're not purely rational. Humans care about trust, fairness, and reputation. Sometimes emotional values override cold logic and lead to better outcomes. 3. Changing incentives. If the rules are redesigned, cooperation can become the rational path. That's why we have laws, contracts, and social norms to encourage behavior that benefits everyone. The prisoner's dilemma forces us to question: if acting in self-interest makes everyone worse off, what does it really mean to be rational? And when is it smarter not to betray but to trust?